No problem.
Okay, hello everybody over in Facebook. Now, this is actually a third time lucky for this amazing chat. And I'm going to put a title on it so people can see what we're talking about.
Yeah.
Basically, I'm joined by the amazing Vanessa Bartlett tonight, and we're going for third time lucky to talk about going from burnout to brilliant, because Vanessa and I have just had the most amazing chat, recording our conversation for a virtual event that she's organizing that starts next week, and it's going to bring you wellness practitioners from all over the world. And I know I'm personally really excited actually about listening to some of them. And I thought I would love for you to hear from Vanessa about what exactly has inspired this Burnout to Brilliant event, and a little bit more about who we can expect and what sort of things it's going to be covering, because everything from adrenal fatigue all the way through to things that you can do to help support yourself. So Vanessa, welcome. It's early morning with you. It's evening for us, and I'm glad that you could be here.
Yeah, no, it's great. Thank you so much for having me. And the interview that we just recorded was really amazing. Your knowledge on meditation and also making it accessible for people, I think, is really great. You've got a real skill for that. And I certainly feel more relaxed. I nearly forgot what I was saying at the end of the interview, so that
Yeah.
that it worked.
Yeah, we did a 5-minute meditation on at the end of our interview.
So imagine after 45 minutes, I can only imagine how I would feel then. So it's great to connect with you. And I know we've both got a real passion for helping people in, stress relief, balancing lifestyles. So that's really what this event is about.
So can you tell me, like, because I know you've got a really personal journey with burnout and that really inspired you to look at things differently. Would you mind sharing that with my audience?
Yeah, sure. So around 10 or 12 years ago, I was a busy personal trainer working in the gyms. And then I hit this point of feeling tired and exhausted all the time. Every day I'd wake up, even if I slept for 10 hours, I would wake up still feeling like I got hit by a truck, and just really lost that spark in my step, lost my mojo. And then mentally and physically, I was really depleted and just struggling. And I thought, gosh, I'm in the fitness industry. What's going on? It shouldn't be like this. Everyone else has got so much energy and they're fit and healthy. Why am I not feeling this? Anyway, long story short, found out I had adrenal fatigue from a doctor, which your adrenal glands are actually just sit here, just at the center of your tummy, and regulate your homeostasis and your balance within your body. My stress response was also going crazy. So I had too much cortisol. My thyroid was out a little bit too. So everything kind of was not working and functioning as it should for someone in their late 20s. So then the journey began. What does health really mean? How can I improve myself and get back to feeling good? Because mentally then it starts to affect you when physically you don't feel good, right? It's all connected. So I started to learn different modalities. I had to pull myself out of the gym work and stuff that I loved and was really good at, and all my busy classes. I had to stop all that and go, gosh, guys, like, I can't teach boxing anymore. I can't do this. And people are like, why? It's like they just didn't get it because it's kind of invisible. It's not a visible condition as such. Anyway, so the journey began. I started looking at different ways to live, different ways to eat, better ways to exercise without the high impact stuff all the time. So really ways to get energy back because I was burned out. And if you've ever been there, if you've ever been burned out or stressed or exhausted where it's a chronic thing, any ounce of energy and wellness that you feel or a hint of it is amazing, right?
Yeah.
So then started to try and do a bit of meditation, yoga, Pilates, Tai Chi, Reiki healing, different positions of the body in yoga where you're inverted to help restore blood flow. So I really delved into all sorts of different things, but stress was a big thing as well. So looking at how I could better manage emotions. So all these things I learned, I wanted to put together something. And this year, this is with COVID and everything, I kind of got inspired to connect with people. I know a lot of people felt burnt out and exhausted this year. So I thought, right, it's time to connect with amazing experts around the world, and let's all get this information out to people that's accessible. 30-minute power-packed interviews with experts like yourself from around the world who can help people with healing burnout, preventing it from getting to adrenal fatigue. And then if you do have the extreme fatigue, we've got doctors on board as well who can actually give you steps and help you identify what stage you're at and help you come back from that. people like yourself helping us with everyday modalities and strategies that we can do as well, to help regulate and keep burnout at bay. Let's get rid of that. Let's live a balanced life, but how do we do that? So that's been my goal for putting together this event.
Well, it's incredible. I mean, I looked at the lineup of experts that you've got. I mean, what really struck me was how you've really looked holistically at, you know, not just what's the medical side of this, what's the physical, what's the nutritional. It's so multidimensional, and I think, you know, even just hearing you describe your journey there, like that is the case, isn't it? Is that there isn't just one magic pill that's going to fix it. It's actually looking at everything about how you're operating in your life, and it's so personal that, you know, being able to have access to that, to see what resonates and see what you need, is so powerful.
Yeah. And then, you know, by watching these interviews too, I just want people to have some tools in their toolbox and go, right, today or this next week, I'm really going to focus on what Laura taught us in the interview and do that 5 minutes meditation every single day. Or another lady, you know, who talks about how we can relieve stress by tapping on different parts of our body as well, like different little, and then we've got someone who talks a deep dive into anxiety and more mental health. So you can pull on some of his strategies if you need that. So it's kind of there as an overall toolbox of wellness for everyone to tap into. So it's kind of like a nice educational component in the interviews, and also some practical strategies and tips you guys can implement daily as well.
I love that. I love that idea, because actually, you know, and I often talk about, you know, actually that there's no point unless it's actionable, unless it feels accessible. What's the point, you know? Because you're not going to, it's going to feel like, oh yes, that's really interesting, but it doesn't apply to, I can't use it. So I really think that's amazing. So when does it start? What's the deals? How can people join? Because I'd love people to know about it so they can sign up.
Absolutely. So it's a free event that's going to start Monday, the 30th of November. And then we will give you a special link for your audience. But if not, you can head to the vanessabehealth.com, find it there. So it's going to be 30-minute interviews that are already pre-recorded, everyone. So you don't have to worry about time zone differences. I had that question yesterday. So what will happen is you will sign up for the event, and then each day consecutively for 14 to 16 days, you will get one interview per day into your inbox where you can listen to at your leisure at any time of that day. And then obviously then start to get, the more recordings as the week progresses there, the couple of weeks progress. So one interview per day delivered to your inbox so you can watch it at the time that suits you.
I really like that as well. The fact that it's almost like a bite-sized chunk each day, rather than, you know, some of the time where it's like, okay, this is 2 days and there's things going on all day, both days, and you think, what am I going to choose? How am I going to listen? And it just goes in the too hard basket. So I really like that idea.
Yeah, that was the other thing. I thought, I've listened to lots of events before as well, and you can get overwhelmed, A, with the timing, B, with the information. So I thought, no, if I'm a busy person, I've got a 7-month-old baby and a 3-year-old boy.
And you just moved house as well. This Vanessa has moved house this weekend, just gone. Can you believe it? She's got, I mean, honestly, I mean, so you're obviously a walking embodiment of what it means to be able to live a full life. So I think which is amazing.
I appreciate that, because I had to email all you, my wonderful experts, which are now, you're all my friends now. And I said, look, I apologize if I can't respond in the next 3 days. This is last Friday, but I'm moving house, right? And so packing boxes, trying to get my kids babysat, still organize the event. But it was interesting, Laura, and this is how powerful these interviews are. I feel that because I had the privilege of interviewing everyone the past few weeks and recording, everything I learned, I had to put into action so I didn't go into an anxiety state during the move, right?
Yeah, you're like, okay, this is a live test run of all the things I've just listened to.
So I am a walking testimony. I'm not just saying that because it's my event. They genuinely are really good experts in interviews. And I thought, well, if I was in that stage of fatigue years back, trying to access information, which I found was really hard to do at the time, what would I want to hear? What would be helpful, useful, and actually help me change and start to shift into a more energetic, not burnt out state in my life?
I think that's so true. Energy is the key, isn't it? If you haven't got the energy, you can't live a good life, you know, no matter what else is going on. Amazing. So and you've got a lot of, you've actually got, because you're you have a really big YouTube channel, don't you, that people can check out if they want to sort of look at more of the things that you do. I know that you've got, do you want to sort of let people know, you know, what sort of things they can do if they want to find out more about you?
Yeah, sure. So the main website's vanessabhealth.com. The Instagram is more kind of little exercise demonstrations and some cute photos of my children as well, and the funny
They're
things they
very
get up to.
cute.
That's a bit more personal. It's very cute. Helpful little tips on stress management. And in particular, I've got the way that I train now. I suppose the difference is I'm not your typical boot camp trainer. Okay, those days are long gone. I don't really do that anymore. So the YouTube channel focuses on Pilates. I even have a section for adrenal burnout stretches and restorative type sessions, education on there as well. So other experts I've interviewed over the years to help. And TheraBands are actually really popular. So, you know, the exercise bands, that's
Yes.
yeah, like they have lots of videos there, which is a great little exercise tool for you guys to use at home that hardly costs anything and doesn't take up space. So the TheraBands, the resistance bands are really popular. So there's lots of short, effective workouts on there that you'll still strengthen and tone as well, plus a lot of mindset stuff and meditations.
Oh, fantastic. Well, I'm definitely going to be checking it out, because we're in lockdown in the UK right now for this next, we've got another couple of weeks. And so finding ways, especially now the weather here, because you're going the other way, aren't you? You're getting warmer, we're getting colder, and it's been a bit cold and miserable and wet. There's a few wet days. So yes, I'm definitely going to be looking that up. So that's Vanessa B Health, and on YouTube is that, and also on your website. Brilliant.
Yep, if you go to the main site, vanessabhealth.com, all the social links are up there. You can hook into whatever you prefer. Some helpful stuff. Yeah, if you guys need anything, reach out at all. And I know the same will go for you as well, Laura. Yeah. So thanks for being so accessible, and for the knowledge and the reality that you bring to meditation, and making it really accessible to people, and giving us a bit of science behind it too, which I found really interesting. So thank you for your contribution.
Brilliant. Well, I'm really looking forward to catching the summit, and I will post the link as soon as I have it. I'll post the link so you can sign up and get access, because it really is going to be a really great series. Thanks, Vanessa. And I'm sure your children are about to wake up now at your end. So have a wonderful day. In fact, it's gotten lighter and lighter since we've been talking. Your end is getting lighter and lighter.
It's 7 a.m.
And it's 8 o'clock in the night. I never get used to it. Have a great night, and I will speak to you really soon. Take care.
Bye-bye.